There may be periods during hostility when you will be forced to lower your prices even if you have relatively higher performance. An established big company can lose share to a new competitor that offers lower price and lower performance. It's another paradox of hostility. Most hostile industries go through periods of intense discounting. You can't stop competition from discounting against you to try to take share from you. Deep discounting can move share, especially in the early phases of hostility. You must respond quickly to avoid getting caught in a leader's trap. What do I mean by a leader's trap? Sometimes the bigger established companies with higher prices and usually higher margins refuse to drop prices in response to discounting. They lose share but decide to tolerate the share loss to keep their prices and margins up. They think that their higher performance and remaining loyal customer base will enable them to maintain high prices. But most of the time, that's not what happens. Instead, they usually lose share and end up having to lower their prices anyway. The leader's trap is a common phenomenon, especially during the early phases of hostility. Its hallmark is a notable loss of share. Most share loss is voluntary and occurs most frequently when one company won't meet the lower price of another company. The customer is the measure of value. When a company loses share, the customers who left are saying that the company no longer offered good value. The most important thing a company can do is maintain ownership of the customer. Losing companies place more importance on other things, like high margins. That's the leader's trap. It's a lose-lose situation. The company's margins drop, and they eventually have to lower their prices. Then, even the customers they were able to keep are often mad at them. A good pricing policy is hard to copy and ensures that a company does not create price umbrellas. A company creates a price umbrella when its prices are high enough to encourage competition. The leader's trap is an example of a price umbrella. In Margin Outlook, we saw how regulation allowed companies in the airline industry to enjoy relatively good returns and maintain high prices. But as soon as the government deregulated the industry, those high prices turned into price umbrellas. High prices made the newly deregulated industry very appealing to new entrants. New competitors rushed into the industry, and hostility soon followed. The problem in hostile markets is too many competitors. Any price level that invites competition courts disaster.